So like I think I could probably go to like 1 or 2 dates a week at this rate. So that's good. I mean, everything's good, man. Fucking meditating, gym. I'm going on dates, going out when I can. Like yesterday too. Like I was really happy about this. Like I went out with a date with her by like 10:45. Like the lights went off in the wine bar. Like they were closing down, and she was gonna go home. And I was like, man, it's 10:45. Like I could either just like go home, or I ended up going to like that kava bar that I normally go to on Monday nights. Just had a drink, played a game of pool, stayed an hour, saw people. It was nice, and then I just went home. You know, so like
When you think date,
mhm.
what does that mean to you?
Yeah, what do I think? To me, it's just meeting somebody and seeing if there's like a connection. That's about it.
Right.
Like, to put it plainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if there is,
Fuck yeah.
do you just like say, okay, yeah, let's hang out again?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Do you say, let's hang out again?
Yes. I did it to the girl yesterday, and I did it with the girl that I went with on last week.
Right.
I was like, I had a really good time with you. I'm like, I was like, we should do this again. She's like, yeah, I'm down. And then when she got home, she's like, I had a really nice time with you tonight. I was like, all right, cool.
Do you feel like you could keep it going somehow?
Probably. The thing is, like, I would have to, like, go, like, I mean, the area that I was on a Monday night, like, everything closed by 10:30. Like, I can go walk in the park with her and, like, find somewhere to go, like a bar, but...
I mean, you could go back to your house.
Yeah, but, like, fair. But, like, I have to get those vibes from her. That's, like, she's down for that,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I know the girl yesterday, she was, like... Most of the dates that I go on, I feel like, at least this is my experience, most girls on the first date are just feeling you out. They just want to know that you're normal and like they could feel safe with you.
Right.
You know?
But here's the other dynamic that I think you need to include into the first time you meet a girl.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand that girls have, especially with internet dating, like, girls have the ultimate choice with guys. They're fucking going out. They can go out with a guy. They could go out with 3 guys a day for the rest of their fucking life.
Just to cut you off real quick, my cousin, she's like 36 now. She's like, for 1 month, I did not pay for dinner one night. She was going on a date every night and getting free meals.
Right.
I was like, no shame. She's
Yeah.
like, I just wanted free meals.
Right. So, understanding that, you got to bring your fucking A game
Mm-hmm.
into everything that you do when you meet a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Not your A game as in trying, but your A game as in being your best self. Like, you want to create an experience. You want to give her an experience that she's not going to get from all these other fucking douchebags that she's going out with.
Yeah.
You go out, you have a cocktail, ask her some fucking, oh, so tell me about yourself, and, oh, what do you do for work? And, you know, that shit's fucking boring, it's predictable, and women are craving more.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need more, they desire more, and if you want to separate yourself from every other schmuck, then you've got to be willing to go all in and bring your A game. Have fun. Like, bring that level of excitement to that moment and do something different. Do random shit. Be a little bit more spontaneous. Have fun. Take her on an adventure that she will not fucking forget. Even if she's not your ideal. Like, you can practice with girls that you're not really even into.
Yeah.
What's the worst fucking thing that's gonna happen? You're gonna have the time of your fucking life. That is the absolute. If you do this, that's literally the absolute worst thing that'll happen. Is you're gonna have the fucking time of your life. You're gonna probably say some shit and embarrass yourself and do some shit but you're gonna have a fucking blast. And you know what? By doing that, that also creates a memory, an experience for her that separates you from every other fucking guy. And that's what she wants, and that's what she needs, and that's what she's craving.
I don't disagree with you on that. So, I think what I wanted to say is, like, I know that now, like, these two girls, when I go on the second date, I definitely want to do more now what you're talking. Because, like, there's already something established, so it'll be easier, like...
Right, I get your point.
You see what I'm saying?
But here's the kicker to that. Let's just say next week you end up connecting with a girl online that is like, wow. Mm-hmm. She's like a wow girl for you.
Sure.
Maybe your ideal girl.
Let me go slap her hoodie on, but I hear you. Yeah.
And you take her out and you do the same thing. Whatever, it's just the first time meeting. Is she going to remember you? Is she going to be kind of have that wow? Like, fuck. Is she going to be awestruck with, wow, this guy's fucking different? No, she's not. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, she goes out with all kinds of, like, probably very beautiful guys.
Yeah.
Guys that have maybe 10x income, nice cars, the money, the even the looks, the maybe even the six pack and the perfect chiseled body.
6'2",
right?
Rich.
And that's what you're up against, right? So you've got to separate yourself with your personality and your excitement for life, your sense of adventure. You have to separate yourself.
First date, though, because, like,
well, first off, you don't classify it as a date.
Okay, so like as a first hangout.
You're hanging out. You're just getting to meet her, right? Like,
right.
And you treat that scenario like you've known her for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
okay.
Sweetie, how you been? How you doing?
Yeah.
Like, get excited, almost like it's a girl that you've known for a while.
Sure.
And you're already comfortable with her. Like, that's the way you want to go into it. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, I was just talking to my girl this weekend about it, and she's like, what do you say to guys, like, regarding first dates? Because, like, one of the worst things ever, just as a girl, like, that a guy could do is just take me out and interview me. Like, go out to dinner and just have, like, a boring ass date. Like, I would want to go rock climbing. I would want to go do something adventurous, something exciting, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's why that's me. I mean, but it's true, and yes, some girls want to be wined and dined, but do you really want a fucking girl that wants to be wined and dined and just wants to be taken out for? Do you want to go out with a girl like your cousin that just wants to fucking take advantage of you for a good dinner? No, you don't want to fucking. So it's like if you propose doing something like that you want to do. Like, let's just say you really want to go rock climbing and you just happen to not do it as of this moment in time, and you just happen to meet this girl online, hey, I'm going rock climbing on Thursday. Would you like to go? Now you're bringing her into your world doing something that you like, something that you love. You're not just like going out to have a meet and greet and interview, awkward, weird date first. It's gross. It's something now you're bringing her into your life, your world.
Okay.
Then she's going to be like, she's going to get a glimpse of more of what it's like to be in your world. Okay. If you pick a mutual spot to meet up, a restaurant or even a bar that you've never been to, like, no, fucking pick a bar that you like, that you want to go to, where you know the vibe is good. Pick an event or something that you really want to go to, that you know you enjoy, and invite her along.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Essentially, let's pull her into your world rather than, like, going and do something traditional.
Traditional dates are out. They're dated. Past, meaning past tense. They don't work anymore. That's not what a woman wants. It's not what a woman craves. A woman wants to. A woman needs to be wild if you're gonna really have anything more.
So does it always have to be something like, because like me Monday nights, I work.
No, it does not have to be something super exciting and adventurous. It could be as simple as going to an art gallery and just walking around and being silent. If it is something that you are genuinely interested in.
Gotcha.
But that's the key. It's something that you're genuinely interested in and want to do.
Okay. Okay.
And by doing that, it's forcing you to think outside the box.
Yeah.
To do more of the shit in your own life anyways. That you should be and need to be doing with or without a woman. You need to be having more fun, doing more things that you are genuinely interested in, whether it be going to like the Ringling Museum of Arts. It's just something that you really like. It brings out maybe your inner child, or just something that you can get excited about, or something that you're really passionate about, whatever. Just bring her more into your world. Like going out and paddleboarding, inviting her out on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday morning and taking her out on the paddleboard. Like that's something where she's kind of coming into your reality, your world. And now it's just a normal thing for you to be comfortable being you, and it allows you to be more authentic in that process of actually getting to know her.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Like if you've got a fucking boring life, that's a problem, right?
Yeah. So I think what it is that like if I like continue what I'm doing and continue establishing this like fun life, then what will happen is instead of creating dates, as like I called them, I'm just inviting her to the things that I'm already doing.
Right. If you've got,
that's all
if you've already established this network of friends that comes over and like, hangs out on Friday night, and your thing is to have a few friends over on Friday nights and have a few drinks, have a few laughs, and then go out from there. That's something that you can invite a new girl into, like that experience. Because it's something that you're already doing. It's something you're already comfortable with. It's something that you can already feel like genuinely authentic, like having a good time, And then she gets to be come in and see you as be part of your world. Like it separates you from every other fucking guy.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that life set up, then that needs to be your number one priority.
Yeah. I just find it's been a little difficult to create that with my work schedule, because like my weekends are shot almost pretty much. I mean, I work Saturday morning, so Friday I get home, finish the gym. By the time I'm done eating, showering, it's 9 o'clock. Even if I want to go out for 2 hours, I gotta work the next day. Then I gotta come after work, go to the gym, come home, get dressed. Like, I'm only ready by 4. Awesome. Saturday night I can go out and have fun. Then Sundays is like meal prepping for 3-4 hours, laundry, cleaning up, you know, like just doing a bunch of shit that I need to like upkeep. And then it's like Sunday, it's like I just want to fucking like chill out for once, you know. Then it's like Monday night, awesome, I could go out because Tuesday I'm off, and then Tuesday I can go do something like I do like salsa or whatever, you know. But like it's just I feel like my time frame of shit, I don't know if this is like an excuse thing, but like it is quite difficult because like I never have like 2 days off in a row. It's always like a day off here, a day off there. I work a half day Saturday, so it's like.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your existence here, your mere existence. Are you here? Do you live to work, or do you work to live?
Right now, it feels like I'm just fucking surviving to work, man. It's fucking, you know?
That's my point. It's
Yeah.
a mindset. See, you're working just like everybody else.
Uh-huh.
Everybody else works.
Yeah.
You've got just as many fucking hours in the day as everybody else. But somehow, some people find the time and the energy to live a fucking great life.
Okay.
Because your life, up until this point now, because you know you're just getting established into your career, it's all about, your life is all about work.
Mm-hmm.
You need to flip-flop those. You work to live. You lost the purpose, the whole fucking reason behind going to all those years of school so you could get a good career. You lost you forgot about the purpose. Why? To give you more time freedom, right? To give you more money so you could do things, but yet you're like you're feeling like trapped.
Yeah. That's why I'm hoping for this new job. Like, the schedule's gonna be much better, you know, 3 days a week. Like, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you. Like, I can definitely, like, push myself more. You know, like a Friday night, go out, like, from 9 to 11, get home for 11:30, sleep, wake up, go to work, whatever. But it's like, I live in, like, Winter Park, so, like, nothing's close to me. If I want to go do something, it's, like, a 30, 40-minute drive. Then I can stay there for an hour, and then I got to come home to work the next day. So it's, like, kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can definitely push it. There's no doubt about it. I've done it. It's just, it's hard to keep it consistent with my schedule because I do feel burnt out by the end of the week. I'm like, God damn, I'm fucking tired, man. Like, I just want to, like, relax, you know? Like, I do feel that way. So, I don't know if it's me, if it's my schedule, if it's both, like, what it is, but, like, I'm definitely struggling with that in the sense, like, I want to live it up, but, like, I'm feeling like, okay, like some days, like, or like on a Sunday, I'm like, I just want to chill. You know, I've been moving all week. I haven't stopped. 12, 14-hour days. Wake up at 7. By the time I go to bed, it's 10 p.m. I haven't stopped. Gym, going out, whatever the fuck it is, you know? So, like, yeah, I don't know. Fuck you. Yeah, okay. I don't want to hear myself complaining anymore.
I didn't even say anything.
Oh, you don't have to. You got 2 homes, Joe. One at your house and rent-free in mine. In my head. Yeah. just gotta push it more, I guess. You know.
You need to shift your priorities, bro. You work.
It's just because like I really
you work.
prioritize sleep. Like to me, sleep is like really important.
You work to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
You work to live free. You get up, you go to work, you handle your business, and then it's like, go have fucking fun, bro. You have to find that joy in the moment and that excitement again to really live, to go out and create new experiences.
Yeah.
Your approach to life has become very traditional in the sense of what the system wants, is created for, and says and does.
Mm-hmm.
Your life has become all about feeding the economy.
Yeah.
And your happiness, your joy, your excitement, your fucking life, your freedom has been put on the back burner. Your authenticity your bliss has been put on the back burner, almost as if it's not important.
Right.
And you know what? That's exactly what I told you to be aware of before you went into your schooling, isn't it?
Yeah, no, for sure. Man. You just feel like you're trying to stay afloat, you know? That's what it almost feels like.
That is exactly right.
Yeah. There's no doubt about that, man. I think, yeah, for sure.
Right. And that is what so many people find out way too late in life. They go, they get this schooling, or they become self-educated, become an entrepreneur, and they chase all the success and, the money, and they build this life up that is basically this machine that feeds the economy. Yeah, and money's flowing. A ton of money is flowing. But they lose sight of what it's all about. They lose sight of themselves. They lose sight of their bliss, their freedom, the whole fucking purpose of doing it in the first place. If you lose sight of that, what do you have?
Work. Yeah.
You have stress. And then you end up finding yourself just constantly saying that you don't have enough time. And then you are constantly making excuses and trying to justify why you don't have time. Why you can't have fun. Why you can't be happy now, in this moment. You lose sight of this moment.
Yeah.
The only moment that ever has or ever will exist.
Yeah.
You basically sold out.
Okay. I think that is like a very big missing link for me. Is just pushing it a little harder. Like,
Well, it's not necessarily pushing it a little bit harder. It's a shift in perspective.
I know it's just
because
it feels like
here's
that,
the because here's the thing. If your number one value in life is making money and working and paying off debts, and that's the most important thing, your life's going to revolve around that. Why not just make a shift in perspective and say that the most important thing for me is raising my vibration, having fun, living life. And secondary the path that allows me to do that are going to work for X hours. But my primary focus, the most important thing for me, is to live in the now, is to fill my moments, to live in the moment, to fill each moment with excitement and passion and enthusiasm and fun and new experiences and creating new memories. And yeah, I gotta work. Okay, yeah, everybody's gotta fucking work. It's a shift in perspective.
So is that like something you just remind yourself, like almost like an affirmation? Like when I'm feeling like I don't want to go, it'd be like my priority is to enjoy life and to
Is to fucking genuinely, truly enjoy life. It's not just to enjoy life.
Right. I mean, it starts like that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is always at 10. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Like, you're missing out on so many fucking incredible moments.
Mm-hmm.
With new people, new friends, new opportunities, new experiences with women. Things that you really fucking want to do. Things that will make you feel alive.
The whole reason why I'm doing this, yeah.
The whole reason.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a serious, conscious effort to do that, for real. For real, because I feel like I got a really good base down. You know, like I feel really good. Like my shit's in order. Like I feel good. I'm having a good time when I am with people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not like trucking through like the bullshit of the beginning. So I feel like now it's like I just gotta start playing, you know, instead of practicing. Yeah. I hear you. Okay.
And start playing in a way that is exciting and fulfilling to you.
That's the hardest part, I find, is finding things that you're genuinely interested in, like on a night to do for something for 2 hours that's not at a bar. Like, I don't want to go to a bar. Like, I just don't enjoy it. I'm just sitting there having a drink. Like, it's just like, that's where I'm saying, like, sometimes it's hard, where it's like 9 p.m. on a Friday night and I only got 2 hours. So what could I go do? You know?
I mean, I could, at 9 p.m. on a Monday evening, if I've got 2 hours, I could meet up with a girl that I've never met for 2 hours, and we could go for a walk in a park, and we could flirt, and we could talk, and we could have fun, and we could have deep conversations, and then we could have super light conversations until we're crying, and, you know, and then I could, like, climb a tree, and I could have sex with this girl in the tree, and I could be home by 11 o'clock.
That's fun.
Yeah, why not? Like, my girl came over on Friday, and it was like, she got here about 7 o'clock. And from 7 o'clock p.m. till 4 a.m., the crazy shit that we did.
What was it, 7 to what?
7 to 4 a.m. It was a long night. But the shit that we did was almost like 3 years of the most wildest, most passionate, intense, erotic experiences crammed into one fucking night.
Right. I feel like you lived a lifetime in one night.
Right, yeah.
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 Okay.
I created that. She didn't create that. I brought her into my imagination. And I've got a dirty, wild, and free imagination. A really fun imagination. See, you even saying, oh, well, it's 9:00 on a Monday. What do I do? Like, you got to shift your perspective, bro. Like, you're still thinking about it from the machine's way of thinking about doing things. You're not thinking about it from an authentic being of light and love that's connected with all things.
Yeah.
With infinite possibilities. You're thinking about it from a very small, egoic, limited perspective that is filled with excuses and judgments.
Yeah. I hear you. You're not wrong.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna make it like a real conscious priority to like shift this in my head.
To live your life, bro.
Yeah.
Life is fun. Life was meant to be fun. Life does not have to be a struggle. Like, you got all the shit. You got all the basic shit. You got you're taking care of your physical health. You got the job. You got the finances. You got everything kind of handled in your day-to-day life. Now, it's time to flip-flop your priorities and start having fun and start truly living.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where I'm at. Yeah. Which is awesome, because it's just a little shift of perspective that can like begin right now,
Right. And remember, it all starts with your imagination. Let yourself dream.
Okay.
Like, if you have some exciting thing that kind of comes up, like you'd like to like do the 69 driving down the road with a girl and have this really hot experience, like, just see it in your mind's eye and then go hang out with a girl. let it unfold and just experience it. You got some kinky fantasy that you want to fulfill, like, take a girl out and show her a good time. Bring her into your world, bro.
I got you.
Okay. I can see the imagination starting to shift gears. That's good.
Yeah. It's definitely, I think it's something I need to, like you're saying, like, shift the perspective on it. Like, this is my life. I only have this time. Like, who knows when I'm going to be gone? Today is the day.
It's not something you need to do. It's something you get to do.
Yeah.
It's the whole fucking reason why.
You know?
It's the whole reason why you're here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
To live, to laugh, to love, to give, to create, to experience, to create unforgettable memories.
Yeah.
You got the only way you're gonna fucking please a woman, truly please a woman, is in this moment. Not by trying to, but by going into it with the intention to create an experience that she's never had before. To give her an experience that she's never experienced.
Yeah. What I've been thinking a lot about lately is, like, I think me and a lot of guys, like, all we really want is to just have a girl come over in bed, and just fuck her and chill.
Right.
I think
okay,
like,
and let's talk about that for a second. What is that really, what are you doing there?
Exactly. So
you're looking to get
point.
Something. You're looking to get something, take something. You just want it to kind of fit in within the mold of your pathetic life.
Yeah. Instead of masturbating, you want to just fuck a pussy.
Right.
Yeah. So like I've been thinking about that lately, and a lot of like what you've been saying over the last few calls, and like, you know, like obviously every guy wants to make a girl fucking scream her tits out of her face, like during sex. Like that's essentially like you want to look at her and be like, holy fuck, I can't believe what I'm doing right now, right?
Right.
But what I'm starting to realize is that foreplay for women is everything outside of the bedroom. Everything.
Well, it could be inside the bedroom too, but
right. But I'm talking mentally.
Mentally,
like,
yes. It's just foreplay.
Yeah. I think
Foreplay, like the more you can get excited and genuinely turned on by getting her turned on, the more you will realize how much she needs and craves that foreplay.
Exactly.
So by the time your dick even comes remotely close to her,
it's already. Yeah.
She's begging for you. She's so fucking dripping wet.
Yeah, because you know, I was like thinking about it. I was like, why do like so many girls like going out with their boyfriends and like want to do things with their boyfriends and like get out of the house so much? And it's like, I think that's how they connect and that's how they open up sexually. Like, because if you're just staying in bed all day, to them it does nothing to them. You know,
women are more emotional. They need that emotional stimulation just as much as the sexual stimulation, just as much as the intellectual stimulation. So if you can bring all those dynamics together with having really deep, maybe even philosophical talks, and you know, really connecting with her on an emotional level, on something really painful that she went through, maybe expressing some sort of vulnerability with something that you really struggled with, or even are struggling with, and then you bring that into the physical connection. You unite all these different dynamics, even the spiritual connection, talking about different spiritual things, like different things that you've experienced, whether some metaphysical whatever, or you know, a miracle that you've experienced. You bring all those different dynamics and you fuse them together into this oneness of the moment. Fuck, bro. It's magical. See, women, the whole idea of just taking a girl out on a date with hopes of getting her into bed, that's like it's a way of dating in the 50s. That's not.
It's also just a very guy perspective, because guys, essentially what you want, the end goal is to fuck her. So the faster you can get there, the happier a guy is.
Right. But is that we can say that's what a guy wants. But is that what a guy actually wants? Or is that what a guy wants that's bought into the bullshit fucking economic system, that's so burnt out in life and so stressed out because he's working, he's providing, he's working out in the gym, he's doing all the things that he was told that he was doing, but he fucking hates his life. He's miserable. Like, he has no sense of aliveness, no sense of joy, no sense of excitement, no sense of passion, no sense of deep inner fulfillment. So is that really what a guy wants? No. A guy has to start being, I feel like men have to start being more honest with what it is they truly desire. Because what I experience when I'm with a woman, what I experience on a regular basis with the adventures that I go on and the creating the new experiences and the memories, and that's what I want. That's what I truly, genuinely want. That's why I will go to work and I'll put in some time. I'll provide some value. I'll receive some money. So now I can fucking live.
Yeah.
See, everything's flip-flopped in the world. And our joy and our excitement for life has been diminished. It's been robbed from us. So what is it you truly want? You don't want to fucking just go out and fuck a girl. You're lying to yourself. You want the memories. You want to create unbelievable experiences. You want to create unfathomable pleasure for her and for yourself. You want to get her so fucking turned on to the point where she's just like in there just begging, craving you.
Yeah, and I think it's like something I've been paying attention to lately. It's like, why do like girls like going out on dates? Why do girls like going and do activities? I think it's they're literally subconsciously telling guys like, if you want to turn me on, I'm giving you the path to get there.
Right.
Like, I want to have that sense of adventure with you. I want to connect emotionally with you. I want to go do something fun with you. Because when I am in that world with you, I want to fuck you really hard. And when they want to fuck you really hard, they have a good time in bed, you know? And I think that's what this is, man. Like obviously, like, noticing it in the outside world and, like, talking with you is kind of, like, bridging that together. Like, I just see it, you know? Like, Valentine's Day was around the corner. Like, girls love to, like, have this and have that. It's like, why do they like that? Because, like, it makes them feel connected to you. That's essentially what it is, you know?
And it's a sense of oneness, too, that you can
Yeah.
really create in a relationship. Even with a girl that you just met, you can still create that sense of oneness, that magic that lies within the present moment.
Yeah.
You know, one of the biggest things you want to be that safe place for a woman to unleash her naughty inner naughtiness.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be that guy that gives her permission to let her fucking walls down.
Yeah.
And truly experience the moment. See, just like men are so caught up in the economic systems and shit that everything is just all about thinking and doing your way through everything. Women have fallen into the same fucking trap, and all they want is a man to bring her back to the fucking moment.
Yeah.
Bring her back to this present moment, to experience what it's like to fully surrender. At the end of the day, that's what a woman truly wants. She wants to be able to surrender to her man.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
And how is a woman supposed to surrender to the moment to a man that is incapable of surrendering himself?
She can't, because you're the one that's going to lead. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you're the one that's going to lead the experience. You know?
Right. And if your entire life is all about thinking, planning, doing, setting goals, milestones, achievements, material success, just the going through the daily, the fuck do you have to really bring her? There's only a very small percentage of women that are so fucking superficial, so shallow, that they actually think that they want that.
Yeah. Because at that point, all you can really give her is just everything you've accumulated, but that's not what she wants.
It's not what she wants.
You know? Exactly.
Even if she thinks that that's what she wants, that's not what she needs.
Right. Exactly. That's not what's going to actually give her what she's craving. Yeah.
Right.
And the same thing for guys. Yeah, it's the same thing for guys. Like,
it's the same thing for guys. Like, guy thinking that he just wants to get laid. No, that it's very unfulfilling. You may as well just go jerk off. Like, you know, that's not what you really want. And you need to accept that, and you need to put in the time and effort within yourself to work on changing your perspective. Like, why are you even here in the first place? What do you really want to fucking do here?
mm-hmm.
Right? You want to live. You want to feel alive. You want to have that sense of excitement and passion and joy, like, where you're just like, whew. You want, by the end of the night, whether it be with a woman that you just met or whether it be a woman that you've been with for years that you're married to, you want to have those fucking, and by the end of the night, you just want to just know that you just rocked your woman's world.
Yeah, it's like nonverbal.
without
Yeah.
saying a word. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
That is what is going to separate you from every other guy. That's what is going to turn your girl on beyond what you can even fucking fathom, in ways that will actually make her and keep her desiring more of you.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
will
You're not
keep
working
her
for it
from
anymore.
that will keep her from have wandering eyes
Yeah.
when she goes out with her girlfriends. It'll keep her from catching the eyes of someone like me that will give her that experience.
Yeah.
But if you are giving her that experience, she will not. She just won't have those wandering eyes.
Yeah.
Is this helping to change your perspective a little bit?
Yeah. It's just, it's good to hear, man, because when you're on like the internet or like whatever it is, like you don't get these perspectives. So it's nice because it's like it's a direction that you don't get. What's the word? Like you just don't like hear this. Like if it like like a lot of guys on YouTube or like Instagram, like it's very much like a lot of it is superficial, I find. And I think a lot of it could be helpful, and like upping your attraction, but it's like it's not like this, like this just like makes sense in the core of like you can say this to any guy and like nobody will actually disagree with it unless like you're really closed off and kind of stupid.
Right.
Know?
Unless you're completely pinched off from reality.
Yeah,
unless you're so self-absorbed.
Yeah, like
that,
or you don't think that what you're doing is wrong. Like you think that you know the way.
Right.
Yeah. So like it's exposure. Like you don't really get much exposure to this idea of what you're saying. So it's really nice because it's like it allows you to shift your direction in a way that is like where you really want to go. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Something to keep in mind as just maybe even a daily reminder that will help you with this is everything is temporary.
Right.
Okay? Everything is temporary. Those 2 hours on a Monday evening that you have, I mean, it's a temporary experience. Whatever you do with those 2 hours, it's going to be temporary. Whatever you're doing with your work, even if you're doing your work for 40, 50 years, it's still a blink of an eye in life. Your entire life is temporary here in this lifetime. You will be forgotten one day. No matter how much success, no matter how much you convince yourself that you're creating a fucking legacy that will be remembered.
Yeah.
You'll be remembered by your family, maybe some friends, some co-workers for a period of time, but then they'll die.
Yeah.
And no matter what you create, no matter what you do, no matter what you innovate, it's still a temporary experience, a temporary memory. So remember that everything is temporary. And the most important thing that you can do is to live now. So whether you've got 10 grand in your bank, $1 million in your bank, or 100 million, you can still create magic now.
Right.
Even if you only have $1,000 in your bank, you can still create those magical moments right now. Creating this level of magic, creating these memories that will actually last, and the experiences that you truly want to experience. That's raising your vibration. That's raising the vibration of the collective.
Right. Right.
That's making the world a better place.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean by that. Yeah. Well, it's like you. Look, you doing that is like changing me and all the guys you work with, and if they implement it, then they're gonna bring people in and all that shit. Yeah.
Right. And if you implement it, you take a woman out and you start creating that magic, and even if it's not with a woman, just with some friends, where you're truly just letting all your inhibitions go. You don't even need alcohol with or without. You can come back to this moment and connect to all that is and experience that oneness right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've been sold a lie that pulls us out of that.
Yeah.
And the most important thing that you can do is come back to that within yourself.
So, like, this is a stupid question, but like, what would you imagine a week for me to look like in this reality? With like everything I got going on. Like, how would you, like, what is your idea for me to be at? Like,
I don't have an idea for you. That is up to your imagination. That is up to you to start using your imagination more. That is up to you to start tapping into that, your core intuition, that gut feeling that it wants to get out and experience life.
right.
You have to connect with that. I can't tell you what that is. I can give you ideas of what that gut thing is for me, like going out paddleboarding, taking a girl out, having a wild time. But that's me. You have to find that for you.
Okay. Like, I know what makes me happy, and I know what I love doing. So is it just like continue doing more of that, essentially?
Yes, and more.
Right. Right. Opening it up.
Because what you just said is essentially, I know what makes me happy and what doesn't make me happy. That means that you're saying that you know everything.
Right.
Yet you're not living the life that you want. You truly want.
So how much do I really know?
So how much do you really know?
Right.
Maybe a better thing to say is I'm still learning and exploring all the things that make me happy and fulfilled and fill me with passion and excitement, and I'm still exploring things that I don't like and that are unpleasant. The more you can acknowledge and accept the fact that you don't know, the freer you are.
Right.
The more you continue to buy into the small mind, the egoic mind of, yeah, I know who I am. I know what makes me happy. I know what doesn't make me happy. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, and have that know-it-all fucking attitude. No, you really don't, bro. You have no fucking idea.
Because if you did, then you would be living the life. And you're not wrong about that. That's like a very good point, If I knew exactly what to do, I wouldn't be here, on this call. Yeah. Okay.
Right, but even with your, like, the way you say that to me is, oh yeah, you're not wrong. Right? It's a way of, like, somehow, like, saying that you're right, but, I'm right too, and I could still like maybe work on this. You're still holding on to the being right part.
I think what it is that it's hard to relate to the experiences you're talking about because they're still metaphorical in my head. Like, I haven't experienced what you're talking about. So to me, it's like,
Right.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's like, I think once I experience it, it's like, I know what you're saying.
You gotta open yourself up to the magic of life, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta unleash the magician within you.
Right, but it's kind of like hard to say that to like, let's say somebody who's like really fat and be like, look, man, when you get the body that like you feel good in and you have more energy and you're sleeping better and you look at yourself in the mirror, that feeling is like amazing.
Right, but I would probably say this.
I
I would probably say the same thing to the guy that's really fat. Is in the process of while he's working on and through that whole thing, he still needs to enjoy the journey. He needs to enjoy this moment. He needs to start changing and altering his perspective today, this right now.
Right.
Now, don't wait.
No,
Do it now.
No, and that's not what I'm saying. I mean, in the sense, like, that guy who's like 400 pounds, let's say, like, it's hard for him to relate to that feeling of feeling healthy,
right?
Until he kind of feels it, and that's where I think I'm at. It's like I'm still on the journey. I haven't gotten to like what you're essentially talking about. I understand it. It makes sense to me, but it's still a concept. You understand what I'm saying by that? It's still a concept to me, so I can't confidently say like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I've been there. Like,
Right.
Like, to me, it's still like somewhere where I need to be, and like obviously you want to enjoy yourself until you get there, but it's hard for me to just confidently like that. And that's what I mean. Like, I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. It's just it's my way of being honest about my own experience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think look, man, like, I'm obviously, I need help for this, and I'm happy that I'm getting help, and that, like, I have places to improve, and like, I'm open to that. I think there's one thing, at least that I've been doing with you, is that if you tell me something, I'm quite open to it. Like, okay, I'm paying for this. Like, you're telling me something, like the whole Drew lawyer thing, like, if you're going to a lawyer, fucking take his advice. I might eat rocks sometimes, but like, at least I think I'm being open with you, and like, open to the ideas of what you're saying. So yeah, I hear you, I understand you, and I think what I just need to do is like,
what you get to do.
What I get to do is just implement it. Yeah, what I get to do is just like implement it. Yeah.
And implement that when?
Like right now.
What time is it? No.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah. You almost got me, bitch. I looked, I was like, oh.
You looked at the clock. I almost got you.
Yeah, you did. But I think it. But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying though, for real, man. Like, obviously this is like why I'm here.
Like, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If everything was okay right now,
Mm-hmm.
if nothing was wrong, if everything was okay,
Mm-hmm.
what would you do?
Just continue talking to you, man. Like, always, Just be here. Yeah.
Ask yourself that question. When you start getting stressed out, when you start thinking that you need to do something, when you start thinking, when you go into your head and you start stressing over something, like, if everything was okay, what would I do?
Right.
And then just listen to your intuition.
Yeah.
Because your higher self knows what it wants. Your higher self wants to be playful. Your higher self wants to experience and be more of an expansion, and to, yes.
Yeah.
You got to learn to trust your gut over your head.
Right. That's like probably the hardest part, because those two things battle continuously.
Right. But do they have to battle? Or is the resistance that you are constantly bringing forward to the voices in your head continuing to fuel them?
Right.
Constantly going through this way of life where you gotta like attack it with brute force.
Yeah.
With your willpower. Conquer and destroy.
Yeah.
What if you could just approach it a little bit more gently, a little softer? If you feel a little bit of stress, just say, you know what, it's all right to feel a little bit of stress in my body. That's all right.
Right.
If you feel a little anxious or anxiety, it's okay to feel anxiety. You know. And whether the thing is a lot of times, like, especially like for me as an empath, like, I've got my own shit that I have going on, right? Where I got my own feelings, my own anxieties or stresses like that will come up, but I also pick up the anxieties and stresses of other individuals that are around me, or even collectively a lot of times. So I have to be mindful of those experiences when I feel those and not resist them, but just kind of lean into them and say, you know what, it's okay. It's okay to feel this. It's okay to, sometimes you feel sad. It's okay to feel sad in the body.
Lean into the feeling rather than resist it. Yeah.
Rather than trying to suppress it, push it down, fight it, argue with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of the greatest keys to happiness, right? It's like acceptance. Yeah.
Yeah. Accepting it, giving it space within you as it comes up.
Yeah. Okay.
And you may even want to consider asking yourself, is it possible to even love that part of you? Right? Because we our normal default mode is anything we don't like or we think is like unpleasant, we try to shove it away, bury it, overcome it, change it, fix it. But what is that? That's all ego. What if you could just acknowledge it and love it? Learn to love it. It's kind of like I was working with a guy. He had Tourette's, and it was a mild case of Tourette's that he had all his life. And he's been trying to suppress it and overcome it with this and medicine and that medicine and whatever. But no matter what he did, I said, this is what I want you to do. I want you to learn to love it. I said, I want you to go out this weekend and actually overdo your shit fuck bitch. and just laugh about it and have fun with it. Mm-hmm. And he was like a little bit terrified at first. He's like, okay, I'll do it. 2 weeks later, he shows up on the call and I said, how's your Tourette's? I said, how was your Tourette's experience with going out and being overly dramatic with it? And he said, man, I haven't had that much fun in a long time. He said, I said, let me ask you another question. I said, how's your Tourette's been since then? And he thought about it for a second. He's like, fuck, I haven't had it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
When we're constantly feeling like and judging something as bad, and we're constantly, pushing it down, it's almost like pouring gas on the fire. It just fuels the very thing that you don't want to experience. So if you just shift it I know a lot of guys don't want to feel and talk about their emotions, and we've been kind of conditioned by our parents and their parents in society that it's not okay to talk about emotions and feel emotions. But it is through the acknowledging and feeling them and even giving them attention and our love that allows them to dissipate and allows us to have a fucking peace of mind.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's acceptance. That's what it is.
And the other way of living is denial.
Yeah. That's like when you find those like guys who like those like hyper religious dudes who like condemn homosexuality. You always hear the story of them fucking some boy,
Yep.
Yeah, like that like classic like stereotype. Yeah, it's that like classic archetype, People who suppress their own shit, you always find them doing exactly that.
Right, but look at the suicide rates in men right now. They're astronomical.
Yeah.
One of my best friends from high school we had so much fun. Committed suicide last year. Shot himself, And the sad part is like, he always talked about me like, because I was the one that I graduated, moved to Florida, and was living wild and reckless and free, and he was the one that was so mature and became a firefighter, and everything was all about his job and being financially responsible and this and that, and he was all like, well, you're living wild and free and you're not saving any money, and I'm going to be retiring in 20 years. He didn't even fucking make it to retirement.
Right.
Was it worth it for him? Clearly not.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Yeah. I get it. Like, I can understand how a guy could spiral down into there. Like, I can understand that misery. Like, I can see it. Not because I've been there, but I can see how if I've continued sometimes on a certain path, it would take me there, Yeah, man.
Yeah, and the really big thing that you need to acknowledge is it can happen to anyone. So many people, so many guys are so much in denial about it that that can't happen to me, I'm all right, and they put on this front, but they're dying inside.
Yeah.
And that's even a big thing with like social media and stuff. Like, there's so many people out there that are projecting this, beautiful lifestyle. Like, their life is so beautiful and their life is so perfect and they're so fucking happy, and yet behind the scenes they're fucking miserable because they're literally doing it for everyone else. They, when you do that, like, it's just like what we were talking about earlier. You're not going to create these amazing experiences and they're doing all this fun shit for a girl. You're doing it for you. Because this is what you want to do. Because this really genuinely excites you. You're not doing it for a girl. You're not doing it to manipulate her to, for some alternative reason.
Right.
I think I'm going to name this session Reality Check.
It's good shit, man, and it's like true. It's not. I think it's something that everybody knows, but doesn't get talked about a lot. That's right. Like, I think 90% of people, if you talk to them about this, they're like, "Yeah, I see that." You got those people that are closed off, obviously.
And there's gonna and then there's gonna be 90% of the people that will say, "Yeah, I see that." And a year from now, be in the same position as they were when we had the conversation.
Right. Well, they're not actively looking for it to change. Yeah, that's what it is. They're just acknowledging it. Yeah. Yeah, man.
kind of like people that get into self-help, right? They'll read book after book. They'll go from seminar to seminar, to workshop, coach to coach, constantly moving up in one or two aspects of their life, whether it be fitness or health and, or career, but they're still neglecting the very fundamental aspect of themselves that is their soul self, that is dying to come out and be fully expressed.
Yeah. So, like, when you say that, like, what is that to you? Like, when you say expressing your soul self, is that just going out having fun?
Your true desires, your truest desires beyond the mind.
Like, I want to do this. This sounds fun, and like, go do it.
Like, and you feel it deep within your body, and it feels
right.
light, and it feels exciting. Like, wow. And then you just go do it. You go experience it. And the more you follow that path, that's when you start to align with more of your higher self versus your small egoic self. That's when you align with your true passions, your truest levels of excitement, the things that really make you feel alive. And the more you act on things that make you feel truly alive, the more aligned you are with your soul's purpose here, which then that's when the universe starts becoming extremely giving and supportive. That's when opportunities and synchronicities just start showing up. That's when things just seem to flow. Life does not have to be a struggle. As long as we buy into the systems, as long as we buy into the lower self, the egoic self, the thinking self, we will always be cut off and pinched off from from that natural flow where life is just fucking beautiful.
Yeah. I think sometimes I get stuck a lot, and I just noticed this in my head. I was like, what are the things that I really love to do? And like,
hang on. I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to just tell yourself that it's okay to be here.
It's okay to be here. Yeah.
Now what's your mind saying?
Just go have fun.
No, that's you. Your mind wants to try to figure it all out, to fix everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part of you that feels heavy. If it feels heavy, don't do it. If it feels light, do it. I mean, yes, there are certain things that you got to do to take care of business, to things that you have to handle. Handle your fucking business and put a priority on living.
Okay.
Living and expressing your truest desires. Take a deep breath. And remind yourself that all is well. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be here. Because you're thinking,
I think it's like,
your thinking mind wants to keep like going into this like crazy, like trying to figure out. Okay, what do I got to do next? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. No. Relax.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I'm at. It's like I'm trying to be like, okay, what can I do tonight? Like, what do I want to go do tonight? Like, what sounds fun to me tonight?
What do you want to do tonight? Let that come to you tonight. See, right now, even while we're having this conversation, I'm here. and you're somewhere off thinking about tonight and tomorrow and the next day and how you're going to move forward with things. No, just be here with me. There's nowhere else to be.
I think that's the hardest
let
part, though,
tomorrow figure itself out. Let tonight figure itself out. And just come back to the now. I can hear your mind. No! No, for the love of God!
Yeah, it's like trying to plan, you know? It's trying to like, okay.
I have to control everything!
Yeah.
What if everything just could work itself out beautifully, naturally and perfectly, without any planning, without any trying to figure it out, without any like trying to control it? What if everything was okay? What if you were okay, just as you are? Don't think. Just be. Like, fuck, this is hard.
Yeah, I can't help it. It's like right there, you know? It's just because it's so against the way to do everything else. Everything else is kind of like take the gym, for instance. You have a set schedule, you know what to do, you know what to hit, there's a science behind it, rip it up, you know, things are going to follow through. But this way of being is like it's not like you can just practice it for an hour and then not worry about it the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? It has to be
a daily practice.
Continuous, a moment to moment practice.
Yes.
Yeah, you know? And I think that's the hardest part because there's nothing else like that. You know, in terms of like, if you wanted to get you to where you want to be, you know, like most things are like
right. But the thing is,
up.
but I guess that's the thing is the path will be unfolded beautifully for you if you just let go. And having that level of trust is what the ego, the small mind, does not want and holds and grasps so tightly onto.
So like it's like I just had a little reality like it. Like instead of being like, what do I want to do tonight? And it's 2:30 now. Be like instead of that, be like, what do I want to do right now?
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is right tonight, you know that you got a couple hours to go adventure and experience. If something comes up from your intuition, oh man, you know, I'd like to, maybe you're walking down the street right now at 2:00 in the afternoon and you see this art gallery and you're like, oh wow, that would be really great. Be really cool to experience. I'd like to do that. Maybe I'll do that later. And then just kind of put it out of your mind until later. Until later is now.
So meaning instead of going later, just do it now?
Well, you could do it now. Or you could do it, put it off, and then
still now,
later, when it's 6 p.m., you're still here now.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. I think that's a huge one, man. I think that just hit me like a freight train. Instead of thinking of what I want to do later, what do I want to do right now?
Right.
I don't know if it's like a perfect, but it's like to me it feels like a start. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, why do you have to do anything?
Oh, if I'm not gonna do anything, I'm just gonna lie down in bed and watch goddamn YouTube. You know?
Well, that's okay. But do you really want it? But do you really want that?
Sometimes, yeah.
And it's okay sometimes.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying. But I think that's like a big shift for me right now. I think that made a big difference in the way I can at least process this right now with my baby ego brain. You know, like instead of like worrying what I got to do tomorrow, worrying what I got to do Friday night. What do I want to do right now?
Yeah.
Just live right now. And that could be really great for when you're out. Because if you're out with people and like thinking about what do I want to do tomorrow? Oh, what should we do there? It's like, what the fuck do I want to do right now?
Right.
Yeah, that's a big one. Okay, great. I feel better.
And how much fun do you think you could have if you were just present with your friends?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been there. That I can fucking relate to. I have a great time with my friends. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've had glimpses of being in the now.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
I mean, I think those moments will flash into my eyes when I die. That's how great they were.
So earlier, your thinking self said, I have no idea what you're fucking talking about.
I meant with girls.
Oh,
but
no,
yeah.
but you do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You do know what it feels like.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the girls, but you do know what it feels like. It's the same fucking thing. Now imagine taking that into a scenario with this woman that you just met. How fun and exciting it could really be. Going into really deep conversations about spirituality, then going into really light, playful, erotic, sexual conversations, then going into deep emotional, and then just navigating through the experience, not thinking, just here.
Right.
Being. Imagine the magic that could be created.
I like it. I think that's a huge shift for me, man. Honestly. I think that's a big one for me. Instead of worrying about what I need to do later, focus on what you want to do right now.
What would bring you
Because
joy?
even if...
What would bring you joy? What would feel fucking amazing right now?
Exactly. Because even if I want to sit down and watch YouTube, okay? At least when I'm doing it right now, I'm enjoying the fuck out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not doing it just to buy time. You're not doing it as an escape. You're doing it because you genuinely want to do it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Exactly.
But what you will find is if you're being honest with yourself, you don't genuinely want to watch YouTube and sit down and watch YouTube all the time. You are doing it as an escape.
Yeah. I like that.
I like the egoic yawn, half yawn there.
You know what that's called? It's called anxiety. That's what that is. Okay. I think something just hit me.
I can see it. Your energy shifted.
Yeah. Because it's not becoming about what I got to plan. It's like, how do I want to live right now? Like, what?
What a concept. What a concept.
Yeah.
It's so simple that a lot of times your mind will grab a hold of it and say it can't be that fucking easy.
Right. Because nothing in life feels that easy. So
Right.
I can't imagine it. Yeah.
And that's where you have to start shifting. Life really can be easy. Life was not meant to be a struggle. Yes, we will always have struggles. Yes, we're going to have to face our fears and push ourselves outside of our comfort zone and do things that are a bit uncomfortable. And
Right.
yes, we're going to have down times where we experience resistance. But from my experience, when we have the most resistance and when we go through those shitty moments, and whether it be a divorce, a breakup, a bankruptcy, when we go through that, that's basically life just saying, hey, we've got something better for you. Yeah. There's a different way to live. There's a better way. A way that's more in alignment with what you really, truly want. Stop lying to yourself.
Yeah. No, for real. I think it's a big shift, man. Because I feel like if I just filter shit through that mode of what do I want to do right now, you're just automatically living in the moment. I mean, it won't be perfect,
right?
You know, in the sense that like,
but here's the thing: the more you do it, the more alive you will feel.
Exactly.
And the more alive you feel, the more excited you're going to become. And the more excited you become, the more likely you are going to just act on your highest level of inspiration in that moment. And the more you experience that, the better you feel, the higher your vibration becomes. Then, just even in the mundane things that you do, like going to work or going to the gym or doing all these different regular things that you maintain to keep a healthy state of being, what you're going to find is you're going to find magic within those moments. You're going to show up and you're just going to be at the gym and you're going to be working out, but it's going to be like the actual workouts become second nature because you know what to do. You don't have to think about them anymore.
right.
Once you learn how to ride a bike, you know how to ride a bike. You don't have to fucking think about it. Once you learn how to work out, you don't need to think about how to work out. You just go and do it. And if you can just go and be present in that moment, the next thing you know, like you walk in and the girl behind the counter is just like, she just lights up her eyes like, hey, how you doing? And you're like, whoa. You're kind of taken back, like, you didn't do anything, you just walked in. But you're walking in with a much higher vibration.
Yeah.
That becomes attractive, irresistible, and magnetic.
Yeah. It's what everyone's looking for.
It's what everybody wants.
Yeah. I think this has changed a lot. I'm excited. It's like you don't have to worry as much.
Everything's okay.
Even if it's not okay, it's just go do what you want to do. Like, you know? Like, even if you're not happy with the way things are, you're like, I fucking hate this shit. But you know what? I gotta get through this right now. Let's just get it through. And then I'll worry about later after. Like,
And the thing is we're always going to experience things that we're not happy with or that are uncomfortable or whatever. And like I said earlier, if you just accept and love those things, love those aspects of yourself when they come up in that moment, guess what? You could be, in the midst of a fucking thunderstorm, lightning and bolts coming down all around you, and you could just spread out your arms and you could just start dancing a jig, just having fun and smiling and laughing about whatever in that fucking moment.
Yeah, I think this is huge, man.
This is the essence of what I've been trying to teach for years.
Yeah. But you need to be receptive to it too. Like, I think even start it. Like, you cannot, you know what I mean by that? Like, it'd be hard to explain this to somebody who's not even looking at this direction.
Right. You have to have some sort of knowledge, life experience, and some sort of an actual awakening.
Yeah.
To be able to fathom or comprehend what I'm.
Yeah. Because even me now, just processing it in my head in the sense of like, I don't need to worry about later. I can just do what I want to do right now. Changes, I think, everything. Like, that's how it feels. Like, I can just let go. Like, I don't have to worry about what I'm doing tonight. After this call, I have an hour, or 30 minutes until my next interview, but it's like, okay, instead of worrying about what I want to do tonight, what do I want to do for the next 30 minutes? Do I want to go sit outside with the cat? Do I want to take the dog for a walk?
Right.
What do I feel like doing? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have
And
to worry about
no
that.
matter
I
what
can
your
just,
decision is perfectly okay. Here's
exactly.
the other thing. This is
God damn it, bro. Let's go. Wow. Okay,
there we
chill
go.
as fuck, dude.
This is the other thing. Throughout growing up and stuff, like I never understood. See, like I always approached life from this different perspective, and I'd end up in a lot of situations with friends or family members or whatever where I haven't seen somebody in a while, and I see them for the first time in 6 months or 3 years or whatever it is, and they're like, "Oh my God, how have you been? I've missed you so much." I always felt like a kind of like a dick because I'm like, yeah, I never missed you at all. Like I never thought about you once
Because you're having so much fun in your own
because
life.
I'm living like
Yeah.
when in their life, because their life is all about planning and the idea of having these magical moments is so scarce. When they were with me 3 years ago, it was so fucking magical and stuff that then they went back into their day-to-day life, that the daily grind. So it was just like, yeah, they were thinking about me and they were missing me. But when I'm not, when I'm with them, I'm living, I'm present, I'm here. We're having the magic is flying, and then they bye. I say bye, and I'm like, man, have an amazing time. And then the second they're out of my sight, I don't think about them. I don't think back to that. Like I'm out now doing whatever I want to do in that moment, living, experiencing, creating magic, creating new memories, meeting new people.
I think this is a huge shift, honestly. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because you're not thinking of them because you're having so many little moments day to day that bring that feeling of like what you would normally miss, but you're experiencing it regularly.
It's life.
Exactly. Okay.
And this is where
And let me just interrupt you for a second.
Yeah.
Like, I see this so much of myself. Like, let's say I want to read a book. I'm like, okay, every night for 15 minutes, I'm going to read a book. So now I have this, like, plan of reading for 15 minutes instead of saying, what do I want to do right now? And if I want to read, go read.
you have
If
it.
I want to go do...
You have an arsenal of things that you
Yeah.
can do to
Yeah.
educate yourself, to grow, to learn. You have an arsenal. You have your meditation. You have your reading a book. You have, watching your educational videos. You have your YouTube. You have an arsenal of
Whatever.
things,
Yeah.
whatever. Why be so fucking strict and say, I have to read at this time every single night?
Exactly.
Allow yourself
It
to
breaks
live.
it.
It takes the joy out of reading. Like reading
Yeah.
can be an extremely fun and enjoyable experience. It can be calming. It can be joyful. It could be.
And that's why school sucks so
That's
much.
why school-
Because you don't
yes.
get to learn on your own whim. You have to learn this. It's structured. It's about
And this is why work sucks.
yeah, obviously.
This is why work sucks.
Yeah, because you have to go there, not when you want to.
Be there at a certain time, and you have to clock in, and you got to be on somebody else's time, and you have to say what they want you to say, and act how they want you to act, and do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. You have to fucking raise your hand to piss. You can bring this joy into your work.
Right.
And into the relationships with everyone you work with. And by you finding this joy within yourself, within this moment, and you bringing that out more and more to the world, it gives other people permission to experience that moment with you fully.
Yeah, yeah. You become an anchor for the present moment,
Right.
that people could like come into. I know exactly what you're saying.
And how amazing would that be when you are acting on your highest level of excitement, truly feeling present and just excited just to be here, when you just met this girl and you're doing something that you love, and you bring her into that moment.
Yeah.
Now you guys are going to be connecting on the level that you've been dying to connect with women.
Yeah. I just saw it in my head. For real, for the first time. Fuck yeah.
Major breakthrough.
I think this is one. I think this is a huge one.
I know it is. And stop saying you think.
Yeah.
Stop saying you think so much.
Yeah.
What was it? What's that quote? I think, therefore I am. No, I am
Therefore,
that I am. I am that I am.
it is really simple though. It's just living right now.
It's bringing that childlike playfulness, sense of playfulness and excitement into everything that you do, bro.
Right. Like I watch my niece, and it's like she's not planning.
She's not thinking about what's for dinner. She's not thinking about next week.
No.
When she's sitting there playing with that baby doll, or playing with the cars, or
You want to do this? Let's do this. You want to do this? Come on, let's do this.
and then it's from one thing to the next.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot of my friends, it used to drive them nuts when we would go out because I was like, pew, over here, pew, over here, pew. and if they wanted to go along, they were more than welcome to. If they did not, I didn't give a shit. This is what I'm doing because I genuinely want to do it.
Yeah.
You can come along or you don't have to. No hard feelings here. I mean, you may have some, but I don't have any. I'm good.
Yeah.
You're not constantly worried about what other people want to do or what other people are thinking, how other people are feeling. No, fuck that. Your highest, the way that you show up the best for everyone in your life is to act on your highest level of inspiration, to act in this moment.
That's all it is, man. I feel ready.
Ready to live?
Yeah. Yeah. This is not, like I like. Yeah. This already feels nice.
Feels light.
Yeah.
If it feels light, it's right.
Good shit, bro. Hell yeah. I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah. Yahoo!
Yeah. It's time to start living, bro.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, it was so just structured in my head. Like, okay, you got to do this, and then you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna do that, and then this.
Right,
is gonna happen.
but then when you're doing that, you're constantly trying to convince yourself that everything's great because you're doing everything that you know to do. You know you need to do.
Yeah.
And even though it is contributing toward better health and, success and, overall, it's still forgetting the one and most important fucking thing. This moment. You start living like this, your energy's going to start raising, your vibration's going to start raising up, and you're going to learn to dance in the rain.
Yeah.
You're going
It's
to
just
learn to genuinely love dancing in the midst of a storm. And if you once you get to that point and you can actually say, I was out in this storm and it was terrifying, and I was dancing and I was singing and I was skipping and I was just having so much fucking fun. All the problems that arise on a day-to-day basis, you're going to be you're going to be able to handle them with so much ease and grace.
Yeah.
So this is really the essence of what your soul has been longing for, what you've been desiring for all these years.
Yeah, it's just being there where you are.
And that's enough. Now we can go forth.
It's a different mode of being. You understand? Like, I mean, you understand. Yeah, you understand. Like, it's just a different mode of being. It's like you are forgetting about after and living for right now, for whatever it is. Like, and yeah, man, holy fuck. Like, it really hit me, huh? Like, it really hit me.
Good.
Like, it's gonna be a huge filter for me. I'm obviously gonna think about after at times, but then when I notice that, it's like, okay, what about right now? Just come back.
Yeah.
I think all it is. What about right now?
What time is it?
That's a tattoo. That's
Right
a tattoo, bro. It's me time. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate this. This is great.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, I'm ready to go fucking live. So
At this point, where we are in evolution in 2025, more and more people are waking up. More and more people are waking up. The energies are shifting. And this is more of the natural way to live. This is what we have literally been brainwashed to believe does not exist. So the more truths that come out, which a lot of truths have been coming out since 2021, of, you know, whether it be politically, economically, just about all the systems with the education, with there's so many, like, what the fuck? It's causing people to go through a lot of these awakenings and question the reality that they live in. That's the exact thing that needs to happen in order for somebody to get to a point where they can actually even understand this kind of stuff, because this kind of stuff challenges your entire belief system of reality and yourself. This stuff is what your soul is longing for.
it's like that thing you happen to find.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I know what you mean.
And this is the stuff that allows you to have those beautiful connections, not just with one woman or two women in a lifetime. This is the stuff that allows that to happen ongoing. It's just a regular daily thing.
Yeah.
You're so fucking excited to live. Your vibration is so high. Like, things are just flowing. You're living, and you're at Kmart, you're at a Walmart, and you look over and cross eyes as you're, like, smiling, because you're smiling for no other reason that you're fucking alive. And because you're smiling, and it's a pure, genuine smile of excitement, you just cross eyes with a woman like that. And if she's receptive to that, like, you'll light her up like a fucking light bulb.
Hell yeah. I'm ready, bro. Let's go.